Harp, why are you still looking at the Mets bullpen with a glass half full attitude?
Well, Doug, I think that's misinterpreted a little bit. My point was, it's almost inevitable. Mets fans are gonna take the half glass empty a look at the bullpen, because that's the story of the Mets bullpens for how many years now. But it's just too early to say that Trevor May can't be the answer that they brought him in to be, or that even Luke can't do the job as a lefty. So I think that's my only issue. Look, I'm concerned about that pen, mainly because May's got to be a vital part of it.
So who do you trust? And if it's nobody, do they just need to ride the hot hand here?
I don't really trust anybody. I think May needs to prove himself here. Luke needs to prove himself here. Castro, same thing. So those are guys who could potentially get big outs. And just because they failed on one night doesn't mean that I don't trust them moving forward. The main reason why I don't love the bullpen, Seth Lugo is the guy I do trust more so than anybody else. He's obviously not here right now. I don't trust Edwin Diaz, and I don't trust Betances and Familia. And I don't know how anybody who's watched them over the last few years could. So that's why I don't love the bullpen. However, I do have faith that the Mets are going to add to that bullpen whenever they can throughout the course of the year. So I don't think it's the worst bullpen in the big leagues, but I didn't think going in it was very good. And I'll tell you, the one thing that shocked me was that it wasn't Diaz who blew it. I knew that game was lining up to be blown. I just assumed it was going to be Diaz in the ninth. I didn't think that it was going to be May blowing the game just yet.
Rec, to Harp's point about Betances and Familia, again, we've only watched one regular season game. Neither of those guys appeared in it. I think maybe we'd see them tonight. Do you think the Mets view them as close game options right now?
I think it says something that they weren't used at all last night. But that said, they had their 7, 8, and 9 guys ready in Castro, in May, and then it would have been Diaz. But I don't think that they necessarily want to trust them in a close, tight game right out the chute. I think the best thing for these guys to get under their belt, Familia didn't give up, I don't even know if he might not have given up any runs at spring training. I'm sorry, I'm not sure, but when you look at it, he didn't have great outings. That I know. When I watched him pitch, I thought, okay, doesn't look great, trying to find the command. Betances, the velo is down. I never thought his stuff looked sharp or good. I do think you have a problem there. I'm not sure that you're going to trust him in any situation. You might give the ball to Familia if you have to, in a close situation. But I think ideally they want to give them a shot in a game where it's decided. It's a 7-run game in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning, whatever, and you give them the ball and say, okay, go get us 3 outs, build up your confidence, and you'll build up our confidence in you. Maybe we'll get to use you in a tight game later on in the year.